let me start with a story at first. It's not about this topic, but it's related, so I'm going to start with that. Some days ago, some of my friends, they have made an organization for charity and fundraising for the poor people. They had arranged a campaign at the old railway station in Chittagong, and they invited me to go there, like to see and to help them, and they were donating blankets over there. So I went with them, but what turned out is we had to run away from there. We didn't have so many blankets, but the way people saw us carrying sacks of blankets, but when they saw us, like we were coming, they were just rushing towards us, and there were so many in number, we got scared and we ran away. So later we sent just 2 or 3 people showing that, look, we have less blankets. So we are just gonna we'll give to some of you, but we'll come back some other day, maybe, and that day we'll give to all of you. So that's what happened, but we can't actually blame these people for behaving like that, because they have that need. They don't have that thing. They're sleeping on the streets every day. But unlike all these people, I have seen a beggar in my life who he didn't want anything from me actually. Whenever I get on the bus stop from where I get on the school bus, a beggar sits every day. He's normal, he's not crippled or something, he's just a middle-aged man. So when my mom gives me some money for tiffin, I don't usually buy tiffin from the canteen, so I donate him as much as I have, maybe 10 or 20 taka every day. So one day I thought, like, what does he actually do with that money? People don't really look at him, or people don't really pay heed to him that much. So I decided to follow him one day because my car hadn't yet come. So I decided that where he was going, I just silently followed him. So I saw that he went to a regular grocer's shop. He bought a packet of bread. He didn't have much, like 5 to 6 pieces. He was coming, and I also followed him. At first, the shopkeeper tried to shove him away. Like, you don't have any money, you're like ill-clothed, and you don't seem that much affluent, so I won't keep you in my shop. But later as he had the money, he had to give him the bread. So while returning, I saw him that he was giving 2 pieces of bread to another crippled man who was sitting there. So I got really surprised. I didn't say a word. I was just hiding from behind a wall. And that crippled man asked him that, you yourself don't seem so much solvent that you have that capability to give me a piece of bread. But why do you do that every day? Then he said that, yeah, it's right that I don't have that capability. Even my family has to starve every day. But I had a son who was crippled like you. He was a little younger than you, but he was also like that, and he died in a car accident. And that's the reason whenever I look at you, I just feel like maybe my son would be like this if he grew up. And that's the reason I give this to you every day despite my necessity. Then I just thought, okay, then he was going somewhere else. I followed him there too. He went to his house. He had 4 children. So except the dead one, he had 4 children. So all of them just gathered around him for what he brought. He had only 3 pieces of bread. He just divided it somehow, and his wife was not there. I don't know where she was. He didn't eat anything for himself. He just gave it to his children. And I really felt really bad that day, because sometimes we behave really bad with beggars, but we have to understand that they do that because they're compelled to do it. They have the necessity. And this beggar, he was different from others, but he also has that feeling that he also tries to help someone else. Despite having so less, if he has the mentality to help others, so why not us? We have loads of things, right? So this story just taught me why I should not show away beggars or behave badly with them. And I also request you all to remember this thing. Next time you see a beggar, just behave nicely with him. If you can't give him money, just tell him that, brother, I don't have any money with me right now. So that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. So today I'm going to give this speech on a beautiful day with an unprivileged orphan. So what does unprivileged orphan means? So orphans are those kids who have been displaced from their own home, or they don't have their parents, or they have to live a very miserable life. And underprivileged means we can see in different footpaths and different streets. So those we can say as underprivileged. We can see orphans in orphanages. So I had a special incident with those kind of unprivileged orphans. So it was in 2014. So I was in my home. I was sleeping in the night at 9 p.m. So I was going for my sleep. At the time, beside my house, there is a small footpath. So a girl was coughing very severely. So it was night. So it was very loud sound. So I could hear it very clearly. The second day also I could hear that sound. And the third day, my mom also heard that sound and just gone downstairs and saw that the girl was coughing, and that was Orphan with a little baby beside her, sleeping without any kind of bed sheets or any kind of blankets at that severe cold. So my mom felt pity for her, or like, then the next day we called that orphan and that baby in our house and just asked about what will happen to their parents or why they live in the streets of footpaths. So they said that once in 2013 there was a cyclone, or there was a signal was given in the sea. So her father was a fisherman, so when he have gone in the sea for catching fishes, at that time he could not come back due to the sea waves, and his father died there. And due to this tension and frustration, her mother also died. So that from then they were orphans. So my mom fed them for 2 days and just gave some warm cloths and blankets thus they can sleep in the night. And my father arranged a small room for them in a hotel beside us just for the stuffs, so they can sleep there. So it was an experience for me being with those orphans and spending a beautiful day with them by asking what they would do, and then now they're okay. And that was end of my speech. Thank you.
I'm Mariam, and I want to talk about World Orphans Day. So what is an orphan? You would always say a kid without parents, but it's something different. Like, orphans are human like us, they're kid like us. More importantly, they're somebody's dreams. Like, if I ask you, what are you to your parents? Their dreams, their life, and they were somebody's life. But their dreams, they had dreams. Their father had dreams for them, but they could never be realized because they couldn't be with them. So isn't it our duty that we stand for them? Because I read in a school like SOS Harman Minor School. It's part of one of the world's biggest orphanages. So I have students who are orphans, and I don't call them orphans, they are my besties. They're my best friends. I saw a friend of mine, she used to hide a picture every day in her bag. She would look at it and she would hide it. And I wanted to know, what is that? Is that her crush or is that something else? So one day when she get out, I saw a picture and it was a woman of maybe 30 to 40, and I asked her, what is it? She was really sad and said, you had to see that. I said, okay, so can you tell me? She said that she's my mother, and I have seen her last when she was just 5-year-old, and she saw that picture every day. So you can feel it if you can see them. I say go see them, go help them if you can help it. Your mom, your dad wants to be an engineer, a doctor. They had every kind of facility for you, but you have nothing for the orphans. Is that right? They're our brothers. They will grow up with us. When we become the leaders of this country, what would be of them? Wouldn't we look back to them? Isn't it the role of a leader to look back to his followers? Isn't it our duty that we stand for them? And I ask you all, please try to feel their pain, and more importantly, if you can help them, go help them. Don't condole them. You will never understand their feelings, but you can at least console them. You can at least make them better. You can let them dream and let them forward, help them forward to their dreams. We can all achieve our dreams together. Thank you, everyone.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I am Sarkar Pratcho Protoy. I'm coming from Mymensingh. Well, let's talk about charity every day. Charity is basically donating something, money, or maybe your clothes or toys to someone who needs them. Charity can help someone. Maybe we are not aware of it, maybe we don't even know this, but charity can help someone. Charity can make someone happy, happier than we are right now. There are poor people, there are people who are homeless or suffering from diseases. We can help them by donating money, or maybe donating the poor children some toys and stuff. That will make them happy, that will make them learn new things, that will make them be grateful for us. And I sometimes, if I'm able to donate, I donate to the poor, I give alms to the poor. My parents, they give charity to different charities in Mamsing. And just think about this. There are people who need education. There are a lot of illiterate people in Bangladesh, and literacy can make our country develop more. Furthermore, we need to develop our country because the world is ahead of us, a long way ahead of us. So I would request everyone to donate whatever you have, whatever you can. If you're able to donate something, donate this to charity. This will help someone.
Hello everybody, I am Charlene and I'm very happy that I got to deliver my speech in front of everybody. So my topic is charity every day. So we are young kids, we don't own any money or we don't have any source of income, I'll say. We are living off of our parents at this moment. So what we can do is we can always save up. We always save up for ourselves because we are selfish teenagers. So we should save up for the society, for orphans, for old age homes, for everybody who are like daily working in the fields, the farmers, because that is what we should do. We are the next generation and that's our job actually. And I think that we always get hyped when one of our YouTubers or one of our favorite stars come up with a new merch item and they're like, oh, you can buy this and this is like $50 for each t-shirt. $50 is a lot in a Bangladeshi taka. So we can literally save that money for some an orphan child and buy them lots of things for his school items, clothes, food, anything. That like anything would help them. Even a little pencil would help them. They can like be happy, like they can be grateful to us forever. And you never know, you can be somebody bigger in their eyes, like we look up to our parents, our peers. So that's all. I think we should always help the others in need and we should always contribute a little bit of this society. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, good afternoon everyone. My name is Sakib, I'm from Sylhet. I studied at the Sylhet Khajanchibar International School and College. My topic is me and a beggar. Well, in Sylhet there are quite a lot of beggars, well, in everywhere. You can see quite a lot of people asking for alms, even some are reciting the Quran, some singing, quite a lot of things. I saw quite a lot of people rejecting them for some reason. That really breaks my heart whenever I see someone do that. One day while I was outside, I saw a woman with like quite a lot of bags with her, shopping bags, in a rickshaw. An old man came to her asking for some money, but she rejected him by saying that she doesn't have any money. At that time I was like, what is wrong with us? Do we not even have humanity? The very word which has human in it. I was like, I have to do something about it. And then I went to the beggar and then gave him some money. Absolutely not that much because I didn't have that much. It was very sad seeing like this, and this happens like every day, and people die of hunger. Quite a lot of people are on the poverty line. We really need to do something about this. It's for our future generation and for those who need help. We should donate as much as we can. Charity is the best thing you can do. There are quite a lot of charity organizations out there. You can donate to them and they will give the things that the needy people need. It's a very important part. Everyone is important in this world. Every human has a meaning. Every human has a goal. Every human needs to do something. Every beggar has a child who has a dream. Every children out there, underprivileged, orphans, every one of them at least have a dream, right? It's our job it's our duty to fulfill their dreams. We should do whatever we can to help them. raise awareness, donate, other things. And that's it. Thank you all for listening.
Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Mubashir Ibnat Mugtha. At first I would like to thank my honorable judges and my audiences for giving me the opportunity to speak. Today I'm going to be talking about charity makes us happy. So one day I was going to my friend's house. There I saw my friend had many toys. So I thought about it. When I was going home, I was thinking that in my birthday, maybe I could ask for one more toy from my mother. So a girl who was selling flowers came up to our car and said, "Do you want any flowers?" Since my mother loves flowers, she wanted them, so she brought them. But the girl was very lonely. Her dresses were torn. So I thought I could give her a toy. So thinking about what will I do about this situation, I went home. So when I went home, I saw a boy at our door. He was very lonely. He'd lost his parents and he was very happy since he was playing with a balloon. So I went to my house and looked up to some toys that I could give him. Then I found some balls and some other toys, then I gave it to him. And then I truly felt really happy. So that was the start of me giving some things and toys to people. So not only streetless children, I also gave them to many people and many other people who are homeless. So I gave them clothes, food, shelter, money, and then it truly made me happy. When I did that, I felt happier than I had ever felt before. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Tasnima Tabassum Zaria and the topic on which I'm giving a speech today is a beautiful day with underprivileged orphans. Well, in Bangladesh, because there are a lot of natural disasters and many unfortunate incidents happening every day, there are many unfortunate children who are losing their parents, one parent or both of them, in just days' time. What happens to those children? These children are becoming street children, wandering off roads and footpaths and living life bits and trashes people throw at the garbage. They don't have any life or any quality life, the life we lead. So to spend a day with these underprivileged children, me and my aunt who had come over in this country just a few months back from USA, we went to an orphanage with me, my aunt and her little son. When we went to the orphanage, we saw that the orphanage was not in the best condition, with broken walls and broken windows and curtains falling off the poles and ceilings, and not so much things were there to mention about it. But the children there were happy. Why were they happy actually? Because in that orphanage there were many more children like them. Children like them who had no identity in this society. Children like them who had no parents or people to call their own. Still they were happy because they had other children like them with whom they spend their days and nights with, laughing and cheering and studying and doing whatever they like at that broken orphanage building. My aunt felt very bad. She went to the orphanage manager's office to give some donations and talk about some other things about why the orphanage was in such a bad condition. While me and my little cousin, we were talking with the orphans there. They told us various incidents from their life, from the time when they had parents to the times they didn't, how they lost them and how life became after that. After losing their parents, though a few months were hard, but luckily the orphanage people found them and they came to this place. We played with the orphans and they were very happy to spend their time with us. They seemed so happy that finally someone who wasn't like them but still liked to spend some time with them, didn't treat them like they had no identity or they were just kids from the roads or a piece of dirt. They felt like they had some place in the world too, and when we left, some of them were also in tears. They came and hugged us and said that we're gonna miss you, please do come by often. And then when I left from that place, my heart felt really heavy because I knew that even if I couldn't come back, I just hope that many more people do come to visit those poor orphans because Even if they don't have parents, they still have a life and they deserve to live it to the fullest. Thank you.
Hello my dear presents, you are in the presentation of me, Ms. Baudinina, who is the champion of the Small Stars group in the second English Olympiad grand finale. Yep, I am a dreamer of this supercalifragilistic journey. You can be too, because this journey is again giving you a new chance to participate in the third English Olympiad. Registration is going on in www.englisholympiad.net website. And English Olympiad teaches you much more. Then it teaches you that you are not limited into this competition. Out of the competition, bonding upon each another, you can be leaders. So to be a leader, come here of course, and it teaches you the fun way of everything. So I am inviting you cordially. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.